Sunday mornings at Clara's Café hummed with the gentle clatter of forks on porcelain and the murmur of regulars sharing gossip over waffles. Noah Walker, a quiet carpenter and single father, cherished these moments with his 8-year-old daughter Lila, watching her swirl syrup into lazy spirals on golden pancakes beneath the hazy fall sun streaming through streaked windows. Then the bell above the door chimed. 3 men entered like a storm in suits. Dark, pressed, spotless, the kind of men who never missed a crease or left footprints in mud. They moved with the efficiency of trained hunters, scanning the room until their attention locked on table 9, where a woman froze mid-sip, her hand trembling so violently her coffee cup clinked against the saucer. "Noelle Mercer," said the oldest man, his voice slicing the diner's peace like broken glass through silk. Noah instinctively paused mid-bite. Something cold and sharp stirred in him, the past, uninvited. He stood. Wrong table. Wrong town. Wrong day. All 3 men turned in eerie unison. The silver-haired leader eyed Noah with clinical detachment. His partners, one thick-necked, one wiry and quiet, hovered beside him, hands far too close to jacket linings. The woman didn't move. Her breathing shallow, her gaze wide with dread. "Dad." Lila's small voice floated across the tension. Noah placed a hand on her shoulder, calm, but coiled like a spring. "I think the lady's just trying to enjoy her breakfast," he said evenly, a hint of southern grit behind years of battlefield command. The tension spread. Clara, the cafe's owner and longtime waitress, froze mid-pour. Locals stopped chewing. Hartville, Missouri, population just under 9,000, hadn't seen drama this intense since the mayor's affair leaked during a fundraiser. The silver-haired man smiled, polite, hollow. "Name's Lawrence Monroe. And you are?" Noah knew the type. Polished accents hiding ruthless intent. Men who traded in threats as smoothly as others traded business cards. "Someone suggesting you finish your coffee elsewhere." The woman at the table fumbled with her purse, bills spilling like leaves, a $20, a few crumpled 5s and 1s. Monroe watched with amusement, as if poverty were a novelty. "We have unfinished business," he said, "and it's sensitive." People began quietly leaving, chairs scraping linoleum. Noah stood fully now, a towering 6 feet 2 inches, muscles formed more from work than vanity. He looked like a man who could fell trees or enemies with equal ease. "Lila," he said, "ask Miss Clara for more syrup." The child obeyed, though reluctantly. Clara met her at the counter, guiding her away with knowing care. She had raised boys and seen war in their eyes when they returned. She knew Noah was shifting into something else now. With Lila safely away, Noah's voice turned low. "Whatever business you think you have can wait." The woman, Noelle, finally looked up. There was confusion, fear, and hope. She was in her mid-40s, streaks of gray through thick dark hair, shadows under her eyes. Something about her face seemed familiar. Monroe's goon shifted. The big one's knuckles bore scars of countless fights. The quiet one watched every angle like a predator. Then Monroe said it, "Mr. Walker." Noah's blood chilled. He hadn't introduced himself. "We know who you are. And we know who Ms. Mercer really is and what she's hiding from, right here in your pretty little town." Noelle's complexion drained of color. Her hand shook around the coffee cup. "I think you've got me confused. Sergeant Noah Walker, 2nd Battalion, 82nd Airborne, 2 Silver Stars, and one off-the-books incident outside Fallujah that still gives the Pentagon migraines." The room turned colder. Noah glanced at his daughter, pretending to organize sugar packets, but clearly listening. His mind raced. Who were these men? What did they want with her? Noelle stood suddenly. "This is my problem," she said shakily. "Leave him out of it." She wasn't just some scared stranger. She knew these men too well. Monroe smiled like a snake. "I'm afraid your Mr. Walker inserted himself the moment he spoke." The bell chimed again. 2 more men entered, larger, meaner. They positioned themselves at the door like furniture. Noah's brain clicked into combat mode. One exit gone. The back kitchen? Maybe. He scanned the cafe, knives, mugs, hot oil, all potential weapons. But with Lila here, everything changed. "Daddy," Lila said. Noah smiled with effort. "Just talking, pumpkin." "Stay with Clara." Clara stood like a sentinel behind her counter, one hand resting on Lila's shoulder, eyes hard with quiet resolve. Monroe checked his watch. Miss Mercer has something my partners would prefer she surrender, quietly. Noelle's eyes darted to her purse. Monroe noticed. She's been avoiding communication. We've called. Visited her old place in Tucson. But she ran. Then came the truth. She's not Noelle Mercer, Monroe said. She's Detective Isabel Santiago. Undercover. Illegally collecting evidence. Noah blinked. Santiago. That name. Whispers. Classified briefings. Santiago was a ghost. A hunter. Gentlemen, Noah said, voice steel. Leave. Now. Monroe's posture shifted. Negotiations were over. You'll sit down, eat your eggs, and forget this conversation ever happened, he said. Detective Santiago comes with us. And your daughter gets to keep believing you're just a handyman. The threat was clear. Leave her, save Lila. Noah's reply was pure fire, counteroffer. You walk out now and forget either of us existed. In return, I don't make a mess the sheriff has to clean up. The gunman moved. The vibe sharpened. Combat was second away. But Santiago moved first. She dove for her purse, drawing a compact service weapon as Monroe's men reached for theirs. Gunfire erupted. Windows exploded. Coffee splattered like blood. Noah leapt, grabbing Santiago and flipping a table for cover. Stay down, he shouted to Lila. Santiago returned fire. FBI, she said through gritted teeth. They killed my son to keep me quiet. I'm done hiding. Noah's jaw clenched. How many rounds? 12. Plus 1 mag. Dolores, Clara, had already corralled the customers behind the kitchen's heavy appliances. She shielded Lila like a lioness. We'll get you out alive, Noah said. But then Monroe's final card dropped. You have something we want, detective, he said, dragging a civilian to the center of the cafe and placing a gun to the man's head. Give us the tape or he dies. She reached into her jacket and pulled out a recorder. Confession. Names. Wire transfers. Everything. Noah's brain spun. The recording mattered. But innocent lives mattered more. Then he spoke. Loudly, confidently. You want something bigger than that recorder? Monroe paused. Noah spun a tale. Real enough to sting. Fake enough to bluff. $17 million went missing in Afghanistan. Some of it showed up in your network's accounts. Army CIDs closing in. You take Santiago, you confirm everything. Or you walk away now, and maybe no one digs deeper. Monroe flinched. Doubt crept in. You're bluffing, he said. Maybe, Noah said, stepping closer. Or maybe you should have researched Captain Noah Walker before showing up. He lunged. A shot rang out but missed. They collided. Chaos returned. Gunfire. Screams. Blood. But through it all, Lila stayed hidden. Santiago held the recorder. Monroe's men retreated, dragging him out with them, beaten, bloody, but breathing. Noah lay on the floor, bleeding but alive. Make sure it gets to the right people, he rasped. Santiago, real name Angela Delgado, nodded. You saved lives today. Weeks later, Noah returned to his shop. His wounds were healing. Lila played in the yard. She was different now. Wiser. But still his little girl. Delgado sent him postcards from Atlanta, Miami, even overseas. Monroe's empire was crumbling. Arrests piled up. 3 months after the shooting, the cafe reopened with new windows, but never the same silence. Clara retired. Noah kept building furniture. Raising Lila. Protecting her. And somewhere in D.C., Agent Delgado continued the fight, carrying the memory of one Sunday in a Missouri cafe where a quiet carpenter proved that heroes don't need uniforms. They just need a reason.